Hey guys, JV here. Welcome to my channel, Wasting Gas. I'm gonna go take a ride in the Corvette and talk about a few things. This video is gonna be about some of the things that I love about my Corvette. Hey guys, alright, so this is going to be a video about some of the things that I love about my Corvette Z06. So there's a lot of stuff that people may think about Corvettes and have preconceived notions and ideas, and I mean, some are true and some aren't, right? Stereotypes come from somewhere. So basically, I just want to talk about a few things that I love about my Corvette. So mine specifically is a 2010 Z06, so I have the LS7 427 cubic inch engine, 7 liters for those on the other side of the pond. Factory have made 505 horsepower, which is a good amount of horsepower. You know, I don't know anybody that thinks that 500 horsepower is nothing. Of course, there's guys that get crazy with it, but you know, hey, good on them and their wallets. This car specifically has a set of heads and a cam, for those of you that have seen some of my previous videos where I talked about what I've done in the car. The heads and cam gave me a pretty decent bump in power. I was putting down I think it was 450, 460 to the wheels, something like that. Stock, the heads cam, you know, there are little things in there. Bumped me up to 525, 530 to the wheels. So it's a pretty healthy little bump. And honestly though, the power has nothing on the sound. I love the sound of this car. It's incredible. That lumpy idle, the scream and wail when I'm getting on it, when I'm out on the track and I'm just ripping through the gears. It's pretty phenomenal. The sound is amazing. It is pure America, bald eagles, guns and beer. It's flipping awesome. Alright, I don't know how else to describe it. It's amazing. Alright, so total awesomeness in the sound. Next thing I like are the brakes. The brakes on this car are amazing. There's a lot of braking systems nowadays that are probably far superior to this one, but not at the price point, and not when you consider that this was engineered back in 2004, 2005. I mean, think about it. This car came out in 2006, and up until 2000, I think 13 or 12 maybe, the steel brakes were the only option for the car, and they're still amazing. A set of track pads, and man, I tell you what, they'll go up against anything out there. They're incredible. Obviously, the carbon ceramics are probably going to be a little bit better. They're going to stop a little bit shorter, going to give you a little bit longer durability on them and whatnot. But really, these brakes are incredible. I mean, I've beat on them track day in, track day out, and they never stop. You know, cease to amaze me. They never. It's incredible the power that these brakes have, and how many times you can just keep beating on them and they just smile and ask for more. They're amazing. Next thing that I love about this car is the torque. Torque. Oh my god, the goo gobs of torque. I can almost literally not drive any other car without missing the torque. The car could be so much faster than this one, and it doesn't feel it. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't have the torque that this car has. The ability in any gear to be able to pull away and accelerate, and it's amazing, right? So I flipping love the torque of this car. Before the heads and cam, I used to be able to basically live below 1500 RPM. I could, honest to God, never shift above 1500 RPM and I would keep up with every traffic. I could get away from lights. I wouldn't impede anybody. It had so much low-end grunt that it didn't matter. Now, because of the cam, it just doesn't like being down that low, so I've lost a little bit of that, but I gained so much in the mid-range and up top that, hey, it's a fair trade-off. It is what it is. Plus, who doesn't like winding out their car anyways? Whatever. It's good times for me. So the torque is amazing. I have actually, even once, got the car rolling and moving in a parking lot, starting in 6th gear. Probably not the smartest idea. I understand. All right, but is at the behest of a buddy, as all bad decisions are, and he's challenging me. I can't start in 2nd and 3rd gear because I had made a comment about launching in 2nd and blah blah blah, and yeah, I eventually ended up getting into the 6th, and sure enough, got the car rolling. I believe Jeremy Clarkson in the Top Gear back in the day had famously done the 4th gear 0 to 100 and whatever test, and that is absolutely real and possible and plausible and pretty incredible, actually, and that's all due to the massive amounts of torque this 7-liter motor provides. It's amazing. Again, really, I can get into a higher horsepower car and it just won't feel it because of that torque. I've driven some fast cars, and yeah, it's addictive. It's addictive. The next thing that I love about this car is my mild to wild switch. This car has the bi-mode mufflers, which, for those of you that are not familiar with the Corvettes, it has a butterfly valve that opens and closes, and it's got a quiet mode and a loud mode. And in quiet mode, it recirculates, and it does that from the factory. It'll do that anywhere from idle through, I think it's about 3,500 RPM, and depending on your throttle positioning and how high in the rev range you're at, it'll open the butterfly valves to free up the exhaust and give you a little bit more power and a little bit better throttle response and a good bit more sound. Well, I put in a switch that allows me to control when I open and close those valves myself. So I can have them open as I do right now, or I can hit the button and boom, they shut down. It gets Cadillac quiet in here, and my wife doesn't complain anymore. Anybody that's married or has a longtime girlfriend knows that that is worth its weight in gold. Because race car parts don't come unless she signs off on it, and if she hates the car, she's not signing off on it. So, kind of duh, right? Part of what goes into me loving that mild to wild switch is the fact that I did the muffler mod, which means that I cut open the mufflers, and inside there's a piece of piping that goes into the straight part that goes straight out the butterfly valve when it's open, which makes it a straight through exhaust system when it's open. That part, for some reason, Chevy decided to perforate to make it quieter. Why you would make the loud side quiet makes no sense to me, but they did. So I went in, I cut open the mufflers, and we welded some piping around that perforated section so that now it is truly straight through, straight pipe basically going through that section. When the valves are closed, it still recirculates all the way back through the muffler and comes out the other exhaust tips. So that muffler mod is definitely, that's something that's completely changed the character of this car, and what it feels like, what it sounds like, what it can do. It's incredible. So I didn't have to spend whatever $2,000, $3,000 on an exhaust system, on 3 feet of piping and a freaking muffler. Like, I don't know, Corvette tax is incredible how expensive some of the exhaust systems are. And they can say all day long that they R&D and that there's this and that and all kinds of stuff. The reality is it's piping. It's a couple of feet of piping with a few bends. Like, Jesus, this isn't that complicated, people. So yes, mild to wild switch coupled with the muffler mod, it's awesome. Love it. The other thing I love about this car, and this is going to be a little controversial, all all right? Especially for a guy whose channel is called Wasting Gas, all right? But the reality is that I love the fuel mileage that this beast gets. Back when stock, I could easily, on the highway, pull out 34 miles a gallon when on a long cruise. Yeah, you heard that right. 500 horsepower, 7-liter motor, pulling out 34 miles a gallon on the highway. You know, anyone that kind of has ever driven one or owned one understands, and that understands kind of physics and mechanics and whatnot. But, you know, the car's got a ton of power. It weighs very little, I think 3,100 pounds. Without my fat ass in it, obviously. But weighs 3,100 pounds, has super tall gearing in 6th gear at 75 miles an hour. I'm turning like 1,800 RPM. I mean, this motor is just loafing down the road. It's not even trying. It doesn't care. So I can set cruise control and blast down to Florida and pull into the 30s easily. On the track, obviously, not so much. I think last time I was out there, I was running something like 3 miles per gallon. You know, whatever. I'm at the track. Who cares? It's just gas. All right. So after the cam, though, I've taken it on a few short trips. I haven't done a super long trip. I think the longest that I've done with it was like 3 or 4 hours. There was a little bit of traffic and some ups and downs and whatnot. But I believe I averaged something like 28 miles a gallon, 29. I didn't quite hit the 30 mark. I think it could still do it. But it would definitely have to be, you know, a nice warm day, tire pressure's right, cruising very steadily, you know, on flat terrain, for it to crank back up over 30. But again, now we're talking about an almost 600 horsepower car, with quite a bit of work done, some pretty giant injectors in there, and it's still able to give me mileage numbers like that. It's amazing. Right now I'm getting 16.9 miles per gallon, and that's a mix of city, highway, driving around town, you know, a little bit of commuting and whatnot. Right now I'm in some semi-stop and go traffic. Let me tell you something right now, you kind of can't complain about that. That's pretty awesome, I think. Personal opinion. I'm all right with that. All right, guys, well, that's my quick list of things that I love about the car. I'm sure there are other things, you know, I just can't think of them right now. I'm sitting in traffic and it sucks, but whatever. Cool. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the vid. As always, please make sure you subscribe down below. Keep up with all the stuff that I do. I have some pretty big announcements coming that I'll be putting out in some other videos down the road. But we've got a lot happening here in the next few weeks, months, and into the summer. Got some pretty cool events that I'm going to be going to. Some pretty awesome stuff happening. Going to be introducing some more people and some more cars and getting really into this. Having some serious fun. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment. Go to my Facebook page. All the links are in the comment section down below. Check them out. Keep up with some of the stuff that I do. I post all kinds of automotive fun stuff in there, along with, you know, links to all the videos and everything like that. So make sure you check it all out and make sure you watch the other videos. Keep up with everything that's going on. Thanks for checking it out. Later. Woo!